sterile gloves. This is not a sterile field whatsoever. I'm just going to show you quickly how to don sterile gloves. First of all, you make sure you sanitize your hands. Okay, and then you open up the packet. Outside the packet is not sterile. Okay, you can touch outside the packet. Grab a hold of the other inner packet, and now you have to use strategy to open up the gloves, because you do not want to touch inside the gloves because it is sterile. This is how you open it. This is for my nursing students 101. You have to know how to do this in order to pass your return demonstration to move on to your next class. Okay, now you're going to grab the flap, right? Being careful not to touch the glove whatsoever. You are going to fail the return demonstration once your fingers touch the glove. Now you open up the packet. Again, remember, everything inside the packet is sterile. Okay, you want to touch only the edges and straighten out the paper. Take a deep breath. Think about what you're doing. There's no rush. You're not timed to don on sterile gloves, unless, of course, it's an emergency situation, in which you will not be wearing sterile gloves anyway. Okay, so now, if you look inside the open flap, you will notice the two gloves, the left and the right. Again, make sure it says right on this side and left on the other side. This way you're going in straight into to get the gloves in the right position. So you're going to use your left hand to grab the edge of the sterile glove. If you notice it's folded inside out, you can touch all of this part without a problem. You don't want to touch the outer part of the glove. So now you're going to use your right hand while holding still. Open up the inside out of the gloves, and then you slip your hands in. Make sure this is not dangling and touching any field, any equipment around you. Just put on the gloves. Make sure your left hand is still touching just the inner flap. You're okay. You can touch it as much as you want. As long as you put on the sterile gloves perfectly and you pull it towards you. That's it. You cannot touch anything that's not sterile with this hand. You can do this. They're all sterile fingers here. Now you're going to use your sterile handed glove to pick up the the sterile glove for your left hand. Keep in mind, this is all sterile, so you can touch it however you want. Just the only thing I'm going to tell you is you want to make sure you grab the inner flap this time. This way your sterile hand on your right hand with the gloves is not touching your non-sterile hand here. I don't know if you understand what I mean. You're going to grab the flap just like that, and then you're going to slip your hands into the glove, making sure your sterile gloves on the right doesn't touch your left hand that has no gloves on it yet. Okay? So watch me do this. Take your time. There's no rush. Make sure your hand that is ungloved is not touching any part of the sterile glove. See that? Perfect. You're all sterile. You can do this. You can touch yourself as much as you want. Just your hands though. Don't go around the wrist. All of this in here is still sterile. If you had anything sterile that you'd like to place on this paper, wound care, gauze. For wound care, you can put some sterile gauze in here. That should have been done actually before you don on your sterile gloves, but just to let you know, inside of here is sterile. Okay, and that's it. I hope you liked the video. Click the like button, thumbs up. If you want any other videos, nursing based, I am a registered nurse, ACLS certified, PCCN certified. I've worked on telemetry, observation, med-surg, critical care, ICU. Briefly, I'm not an ICU nurse, but I've worked there, floated there a lot of times, and a step-down unit, of course. Okay, so if you want any other videos about concerns that you have, please write below what you would like me to show you. Okay, have a wonderful day, guys.